Good afternoon, wrestling fans. Today I'm here in the corporate offices here, sitting in my rocker, as many days now, and I'm totally retired from the business. Now, to update you a little bit on superstars of wrestling and the wrestling world. In my world, I had an opportunity today to compose a letter to Linda McMahon, the former lady of wrestling. And the reason for this letter today was because I want to start a new business. But I have a little business left on the old business. So this letter that we sent today outlines a lot of information relating to the wrestling business, ownership, trademark owners, and all of that type of stuff. So I look forward to listening back from Linda because she has a lot of expertise in the wrestling business and also in trademarks. So as a business type situation in trademark rights and stuff like that, because they own a lot of trademarks. But specifically ones we are going to be talking about, and we are talking about in the letter, is Superstar Wrestling, Superstars Wrestling, Superstars of Wrestling, and Superstars of Pro Wrestling, and UWA Superstar and WWA Superstars. So, only thing I would like to touch base on the letter that Linda will be receiving shortly. The settlement agreement on 10/22, I received exclusive rights to my marks that had a lien on them, including DBA, World Wrestling Association, Superstars of Wrestling, Inc., and WWA Superstars. The person that had that lien was World Wrestling Entertainment and Good Humor. And to continue, it was another company that had a lien, Patterson versus T&A, acknowledged a payment from an individual, president of World Wrestling Association, Superstars of Wrestling, WWA World Wrestling Superstars, and WWA Superstars. So, as to that, I would like to just add that it would seem like both of these parties and attorneys was fully aware of ownership rights and what you could put a lien on. So I really appreciate what they've done and recognize my ownership. Now, again, in that letter, it mentions Superstars of Wrestling, YouTube, Facebook, and maybe continuing to Fox. But that's something that I'm investigating right now to get an understanding about. That's the reason I am totally confused about all the contents of this letter that we had to put together here on points. So I would like her to take the time, anyone has the time, to look at the information. It's all public information, information that should have been checked by the United States Patent and Trademark Office, any other company or business that is involved with licensing or either selling trademarks. So, again, that's the situation at hand at this time. Now, I'd like to just step back a little bit in time. Superstars of Wrestling history as early as 1979. It is clear at that point in time, Superstars of Wrestling, Milwaukee Auditorium, Saturday, November the 10th, 1979. Headlining, Superstar Wrestling, Superstars, 6-man cage match. And also, I was Honored to be on that card, King Kong Patterson, Jeff Mays, Commando Mad Dog, Indian Pete, Demon 1 and 2. We had a great time in history, but one thing I clearly understood is Superstar Wrestling presenting Superstars. That was a very important time. 1979. Then again, something that really caught my eye, February 22nd, 1984. Back in time, history, to whom it may concern. WCGV TV 24 channel on rights to the Superstar Wrestling series, which is in the possession of Mr. Patterson. Agreements concerning about material tapes shall be made directly with Mr. Patterson. That was history to me, because at that time, United Wrestling Association owned a Superstars of Wrestling television series as early as February 22nd, 1984. Just a step further into history, the mark that's been in progress for 39 years, registered trademark, Superstars of Wrestling SW, entertainment services, and the nature of television programming featuring wrestling, first used 1979, first used in Congress 1979. Again, Superstar Wrestling. It also gives you the dynamics on the mark, and it also gives you an owner. The owner at the time, from 1979 through the present, registered, Patterson, Albert, Prince, DBA, WWA Superstars of Wrestling, individual in the United States. Matter of fact, at 3840 North Sherman Boulevard, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Depicted as two Superstars of Wrestling. It is no doubt that Superstars of Wrestling is registered and owned by the register. And that mark has been in use ever since 1979. Entertainment services, television programs, such as the Superstars of Wrestling television program. Okay, just a step, just a little further. The word mark, keep this in mind. World Wrestling Association. By the way, if we step back in time, World Wrestling Association was the plaintiff against World Wrestling Entertainment as early as 1992. So it should be any confusion there about who the World Wrestling Association is. And a matter of fact, registered in the category entertainment services in the nature of wrestling matches, wrestling video production, and entertainment services in the nature of ongoing, excuse my language, ongoing television programming featured wrestling. First used 1978. Now that's a long time for the World Wrestling Association to be around. Again, this mark is registered and the owner is registered Patterson, Albert, DBA, WWA, Superstars of Wrestling. No exclusive rights is made to use Wrestling Association. Now, to wrap it up for today, and we'll be coming back weekly with programs in history. But I would like the public to know that Superstars of Wrestling entertainment services and the nature of television programming, I own those rights. Whether it's Superstar Wrestling television show or programs, I purchased those rights in good faith. Those rights were signed over to me and released as early as 1992. As early as 1993, a permanent injunction was issued. And at that time, it was Titan Sports doing business as the World Wrestling Federation. But it was clearly known that now, at the present day, that was against the World Wrestling Entertainment as it stands right now. So I don't have a whole bunch of stuff to say today because I'm going to reserve the rights to all of my rights in the future. And I don't want to, at this time, badmouth anyone, and I don't think it's necessary. I think Ms. McMahon is going to do the appropriate thing, investigate the whole matter, and for one time, this matter will be resolved. I've been trying for a while here to get it resolved, but I have confidence that I think that this will be resolved in a amenable and a professional way, because all parties at this point in time are very professional. And when it comes to trademarks, television programs, that the opposing company now has more interest and more to lose if they don't have exclusive rights in these matters, no matter what they are at this point in time. You shouldn't have anyone to have any interest in anything that you are licensing, bonding, and selling at any time. You should have exclusive rights and ownership in any of those documents. So I would like to make sure that I can get all of this stuff kind of clarified because, again, I am confused with some things that the Patent and Trademark Office has done. Some decisions has been made, and that Superstars of Wrestling and the World Wrestling Association was not informed, did not have an actual right in the matters. Again, the Patent and Trademark Office claimed that they didn't know how to send me information and everything, and that will be clarified and filed immediately with the Patent and Trademark Office. All communication information will be updated immediately. So at this time, I would like everybody to have a nice weekend and a continued weekend. And I'm looking forward to the future. My doctor told me to take a little rest, so I'm going to be taking a vacation very soon for 5 days in the sun. So I look forward to seeing you real soon and hearing a lot about the situation. And again, I appreciate history and being a part of history and being the person that developed Superstars of Wrestling television show, television program, and Superstar series. Thank you and have a great day.